Okay, let's do this thing. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. Memphis, Tennessee tonight. And what do we kick off the show with? What are we kicking off the show? Well, we have backstage promos from Big E, Kevin Owens, and Seth Rollins, basically, as they talked about the title match coming up on day one and whatnot. Big E basically talked about how, he went to hell and back to get this WWE Championship, and that he's going to beat Kevin Owens tonight. Well, he's not going to beat him. He's going to punish him in this cage match that's about to happen. Basically, the first part of the show and whatnot, Kevin Owens basically said that Big E is a liar and everything, and saying that the WWE Championship is his, and he's going to prove everyone that he is the real champion around here once he gets it on day one. But yes, we did have a steel cage match to kick off this entire show. Probably the best way to start out instead of wait till the main event. So, really good match to kick it off. Seth Rollins was out there watching the match and whatnot, though. At one point, even closing the cage door, stopping both guys from coming out of there. Big E though ended up getting the big ending on the ropes, on the top rope and whatnot. Him and Kevin Owens down. Basically, then Owens, not Owens, but Big E crawled to the door. Owens had grabbed his feet, but Big E kicked him off, and he ended up escaping through the cage. Then Seth attacked Big E, basically at ringside. He didn't start beating up Kevin Owens then, basically setting up for the curb stomp. But Big E ended up stopping him and hit him with a big ending from there as Big E celebrated after that. So a very good cage match to kick off the show with the crowd really into it. So hot way to start the show. Now, I guess what happened during commercial, since no one didn't see this, we saw Big E on the ground and Seth, on the ground too, wondering what happened. I guess during the commercial, Bobby Lashley came out and attacked everybody and just beat the hell out of everyone. I don't know why. I don't know how, but I guess, maybe it'll be a fatal four-way now at day one for the WWE title. I'm not really sure, but with Bobby Lashley, I guess now trying to get back in the title picture. We'll see what happens from that. But yeah, he ended up beating them up. They went to what was it go to? Yes, next Nikki Ash went against Queen Zelina. Zelina basically had a promo talking about Memphis and whatnot. As Nikki Ash came out, it was really what this match didn't really go that long. Zelina ended up winning with the code red and whatnot. Clean and stuff. So like I said, they're still her and Carmella still the tag team champions. So I guess they're still going against Ripley and Nikki Ash right now. So we'll see what happens with that. Because I know they went backstage and Ripley tried to cheer up as Nikki Ash was pissed off. Next thing you know, this random woman came up saying, I actually want an autograph, but then she says, no, I'm looking for someone else. Next thing you know, Jerry Lawler shows up because this is Lawler country, and Lawler is the king of Memphis, over as hell. Wherever, Lawler's always going to be over as fucking God in Memphis, okay? Like, it's Jerry Lawler. So, Lawler was super over right here, even basically said, was it something I said? And whatnot. So, yeah, at least we got Jerry Lawler to show up for a few minutes. Now, on commentary, but he did show up here tonight. Um, Matt Riddle and Randy Orton in the back. Matt Riddle, I guess they had this tournament that was going to go down called the RK Brodement, Bromint, the RK Bro, the RK Brodement, Broden, and bro, I can't even say it right. I'm sorry, I can't. All right, I'm trying my best here, but the Brodement and whatnot, or the Brotament, I'm really trying my best to say the whole thing, but basically, out of all this, basically, I guess they could have these sports coats on and stuff. It was like a blazer. Randy Orton didn't want to wear it, but even Matt Riddle says, "Y'all want to see Orton want to wear this blazer tonight?" Which he ended up agreeing to wear the blazer in. So they're having this tournament with these tag teams on there, and it kicked off with AJ Styles and almost going against the Street Profits in this tournament match. It ended up with the Street Profits winning by count out due to almost tagging himself in with AJ. Basically, they start arguing after, I don't know, trying to beat him onto his 40 outside. They tried to get back into the ring, but it was too late. Right after that, AJ Styles and almost said, "You need to listen to me." As AJ said, that's how the team works. Almost end up leaving. So I guess a potential breakup is going to be happening soon. Don't know if it's the best idea to break these guys up. I've enjoyed them as a team, but I guess they want to make almost a single star we'll see where this goes. And making him look strong as hell. We've known that, but is it gonna work without AJ though? Next, you know, Matt Riddle got in the ring, and I guess he was like a reporter, the bro cell or whatnot, or he was a high workhorse cell out there, folks. You know, I talk like this, and today I'm going to interview Muhammad Ali. All right, but today I'm going to interview AJ Styles there because, bro, I'm gonna do it, and I'm part of this team, dude. So, yes, that is what we're gonna report after this match. But Riddle basically asked him about the almost thing. AJ says, "Why don't you interview the street profits and whatnot?" Okay, and he says, "This is a disagreement, so you better get off. Shove this microphone down your throat." Riddle says, "All right, everybody's in this tournament. We're all still going, except for AJ and Amos right there." And he says, "Orton, do you have anything to add about this?" Orton said, "Nope." All right, back to you, Jimbo Slice, and I don't think this thing was really that over, but Matt Riddle, folks, bro, dude, can it get over? I don't know. Um, Liv Morgan talked about not Liv Morgan, but Becky Lynch was interviewed talking about Liv Morgan, basically, talking about this show and that the real battle begins. Liv Morgan won't be in that ring and that she's in her own head. Basically saying that nobody really wants Morgan to win the title because when you do well enough, the people will turn on you. Which some makes sense. So that's kind of true. Uh, Damian Priest went against Robert Roode in a U.S. title match. Come on, we already knew Roode was gonna win anyways. It's no really surprise from that. Ziggler ended up attacking right after then, so maybe it'll be next week for both of them for the United States title. Then I assume that's gonna happen. I'm surprised they didn't have Damian Priest snap off and whatnot this week. But yeah, we didn't see much of more of the whole mean streak or whatever they trying to do with Damian Priest right now. Probably take it out on Ziggler next week and whatnot since he did super kick him. So we'll see what happens with that. But then again, why are they even in some? How did Bobby Roode get a title shot anyways? Like I don't really know. This is kind of random if you ask me. Bianca Belair came out very over in this crowd tonight. She went against Dewdrop. Dewdrop attacked her from behind before the match even began. A very good match whatnot with both Bianca and Dewdrop. But it ended up being a count out due to Dewdrop ended up walking off then. Bianca tried to hit her with the KOD, but Dewdrop just left then. So even kind of, mimicking Bianca and whatnot before walking off. Basically, obviously this feud, they're not going to end this soon. So I guess they want to keep this going and whatnot. So we'll see what happens with that. Next, Vince McMahon was on his phone in the back until, Austin Theory came in. Basically say, no one cares if you greet someone of how they're doing. Vince, he said, I hope you learned something last week, after being put in a match. And Vince says, you expect me to put you in a match, right? Theory says, absolutely not. But he says, he was pretty surprised. And, oh, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, you were surprised. So where's this going to go? I have no idea. The Miz came out for Miz TV to bring out Edge. Miz basically said, you're just losing your edge and whatnot, and that this Edge, the old Edge, would have speared him out of his $9,000 shoes, and Edge says, you paid $9,000 for these ugly ass shoes. My Jordan 3s are way cooler, and whatnot. But Edge told Miz, don't mistake my kindness for weakness. Miz basically said, your kindness earlier in career, was ostracized and whatnot. And Miz basically was treated like a peasant when he first got here. The 90% of locker room was basically messed with him all the time. And, I don't want to need your kindness, he told Edge. I was basically kicked out of locker rooms, had to dress without him, eating a piece of chicken in there, got him in trouble all the time. So, Miz, basically an outcast to everyone. It makes, come from the real world and whatnot too. But Edge basically said, I pulled you aside one day in the city saying you had something, okay? But you brushed me off. They didn't want to listen to me. So, you should have listened to me before. But Edge says, I don't hold people down. I just see opportunity and when new people show up. And Edge basically told, Miz that, you look in the mirror and that you're just an ass, okay? Just like you were in 2006, all right? And Miz basically told me you're a hypocrite and whatnot. And, I'm going to challenge you to a match at day one. Edge says, all right, challenge accepted and whatnot. And basically, got nothing between us. Why don't we just do it right now? Okay. And Miz said, I'm not really gonna do it, but Edge, I guess they have to play the replays. I guess Edge tried to punch him, and Miz just fell to the ground. Because at first I just thought Miz just fell to the ground just because. Okay. But Edge was gonna punch him, and he says not afraid. So I don't know, man. I really don't really need to see this match. I don't really want to see Edge versus the Miz in general, and I'm sure they're gonna get Maurice involved, and I'm sure Beth Phoenix may get involved, given it was her last night on NXT on Sunday. So I don't know where this feud is gonna go. To be honest, I don't know. We had another Veer Mahan video. We don't know when he's coming. He's coming soon, but by God, it's been going almost for 2 months now with these coming soon videos with him. So when's he gonna debut? The Mysterios went against Alpha Academy, which was just mostly Dominic and Chad Gable. I don't think Ray or Otis ever got in the ring. Um, Dominic ended up getting a roll-up pin on him. Riddle tried to get in and say, "Hey, God, what do you think about this, bro? They're going to the finals." And Otis ended up taking out Riddle and leaving him on the ground. Vince was still in his office on his phone. Austin Theory's doing jumping jacks. And Vince, basically said, "You could stop that now, okay? And you know what? You're not going to have a match tonight." And Vince told him, "I need you to find another way to impress me." Theory started unbuttoning his shirt and doing the jumping jacks again. I don't know what that was going to do. But Vince says, "Stop it. Hey, listen, I need you to go use your brain. Just do that. Go use your brain." And I guess Theory thought of an idea why he was gone. Finn Balor went against T-Bar. Balor won coup de grace. Theory attacked him then after that. So after he did his selfie, so I guess basically Vince told him to go do something and I guess beat someone up. So obviously we're going to get a match with Finn Balor and Austin Theory next week. I can see that happening. Dana Brooke was walking around with the 24/7 belt. Truth, until I was saying, like, I don't think that's PG. I don't know why nobody doesn't just roll her up for the pin. I still think that was very stupid when they all just stood there like they can't even touch this woman for some reason. It's really dumb. Reginald flipped on his trash can, impressed with, what she did to Cedric, and that the title looks good on her. Tamina ended up trying to chase her in, so I don't know where this is going, but I just don't even want to see Dana Brooke in general with this belt or anybody with this belt or whatever these segments are. Um, Bobby Lashley and MVP are in the back. Talked about what happened earlier. MVP said, we listen to era where everybody's too comfortable and disrespecting each other without any consequences. Well, it's the almighty era, and then Lashley was disrespected, and Lashley wants the WWE Championship. We had a video package about Liv Morgan. I think it was from one of the documentaries online. Basically, kind of almost telling about her life story before this match went on and whatnot. So we did see that. And they've been hyping this match up a lot because also today is the 17th anniversary of Trish and Lita. On this day, when they first women, first time women ever main evented Monday Night Raw, and that was for the women's title back in 2004 on this day of December 6th. So 17 years since that match. The match itself with Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch, a good match, don't get me wrong, but was the crowd really behind Liv Morgan when you think about it? They were, but were they behind her enough? Okay, so I don't really think Liv was going to win this match. Probably would have waited till day one to do it. And stuff, but it was a very good match still all the way. Like I said, the crowd was well with it too, but I feel like I need some more to get Liv Morgan over to her to win this title. But then again, when the champ's coming out first and the challenger's coming out second, I almost kind of tell you who's going to win at the same time, too. So, Becky ended up still getting the win with the roll-up, basically how she beat Charlotte back at Survivor Series. So, I still think the Liv Morgan thing has a bit of a ways to go before people start caring a little bit more about her out there. Like, Liv Morgan's not bad, but is she really over like that with people? Like, she's not bad, but still, they're trying to make something out of all this, okay? But, other than that, though, comment, subscribe. Check out my NXT War Games review that is uploaded online right now. Had a big, me and my co-hosts reviewed the show and whatnot. So, good podcast last night for Takeover. I'm trying not to say Takeover, but War Games in general. You all know the idea where I'm going for with that, right? So, you already know what it is, but that review is uploading online right now. But other than that, though, comment, subscribe, find me on Twitter at Hoodie890. Check out the reviews online right now. So, yeah, see you then. Peace.